Well, his story has slightly been changing. Now he's claiming, the other day he told the police, we'll call him Suspect A since we don't want to mention his name. He told the police that he was hired to kill Mrs. Bashara, Jane Bashara. But now he's saying that he was forced to do so at gunpoint. That he did choke her in the garage, but that I'm not sure if it was Mr. Bashara he's saying, but he's saying someone forced him to do it by gunpoint. And so the story's shifting a little bit, according to the investigators I spoke with.
Steve Rogers, people that would carry out a murder obviously are people of a low character, perhaps in some cases a low intelligence. How much of a problem is this? Or what do you do when you've got someone like this who says, yeah, I did it, and then the story changes a little bit more? Does that raise a huge red flag for you as an investigator in trying to figure out what happened and believe this guy?
Well, the police have no choice but to investigate every single lead that they get. And this could either be a major distraction, or they could have someone on their hands that, although may have a mental problem, which the police are going to have to figure that out, can be involved. So you have no choice, Vinny, no choice at all. They're going to have to spend a lot of time on this individual to see if, in fact, what he says is true.
George, now the other part of this that we're hearing, again, it comes down to the relationship between the victim's husband and this man who has come forward, Suspect A, says he carried out the murder, says he was hired, now says, you know, they pointed a gun at him. The attorney for Bob Bashar, the husband, seemed to say that they had a falling out. So there's a concession that there's a relationship here and there's a falling out over money. Do we know anything more about that?
Not a lot about the falling out between the suspect and Mr. Bashara. The stuff's starting to trickle out. One of the issues right now is that Suspect A came in and has been in custody. His 72-hour window ends tomorrow at 4 in the morning. So they're either going to have to charge him with something or let him go. Or a third possibility is, and which is what I'm told is likely happening now, is they're trying to cut some kind of a deal with him, because in a conspiracy case, he wouldn't be able to testify. Suspect A wouldn't be able to testify against the man who hired him allegedly to kill Mrs. Bashara. And so the speculation among the investigators I spoke with is that they're probably going to try and cut a deal with the suspect in order to separate the two cases out that would allow him then in court to testify against Mr. Bashara, if indeed it gets to that point, if Mr. Bashara ever gets charged.